Alright, so I'm making this video on my phone because I don't have my PC well, I don't have my PC. So it's just gonna be a phone video. But news just dropped that about the next update, level 14. And I have a few words for this. So, first of all, let's go off of what this is. So basically, they're adding a new level, which is level 14. The max level right now is 13. So, pretty simple change. They're just changing the level from 13 max to 14 max. So some bonus things that they do here is, well, new health with the Princess and Kintar, new damage and health, level 14. Faster progression, level 11 to 13 is a lot faster, but I think, to my knowledge at least, they're making level 14 basically level 12 and 13 now. So when you upgrade from level 12 to level 13, it's going to be level 13, level 14 basically. So, but 11 to 13 is going to be cheaper than before, so you're having an easier time upgrading your cards and stuff there. So that's nice. I'll say that's a pretty good change. I think that's definitely needed for the overall community. Here they're explaining level 13 experience lost. It's basically saying, hey, you might be level 14 when you start because there's a secret experience bar that you collect still when you upgrade cards. And since, well, you're level 13 and this experience bar doesn't stop, well, you possibly can be level 14 as soon as the update drops. So if you get enough experience by upgrading enough cards or donating enough cards, you can already be level 14 right out of the gates, right when the update drops, which I think is pretty cool. I think it's pretty neat. But, they do a little something that's a little sneaky, and let's go to Royale API, which we click by clicking that link right there. So let's go here. Alright, so here's the autumn game updates from Royale API. This is a credible source for Clash Royale news, so this is all legit. And let's go down to the cards, all 14 cards. This is the biggest and most important part of why I think people are very mad about this update. And so here it is. With the king going 14, cards will have a maximum level of 14 as well. Fear not, the material and gold cost will not be doubled for the next level up. The cost will instead be restricted in the last few levels. Upgrading to level 13 and 14 costs the same as upgrading level 12 and 13. So as I said before, level 12 and 13 is just basically going to be level 13 and 14 is basically the new level 12 to 13. So yeah. But the material costs in gold for level 11 to 13 are lower, depending on the rarity, of course. And then they give charts. So here is the minuses, is what they're taking away. So they're taking away 5k gold for level 11, 15k, 5k, yeah, it's gold, not cards. My bad. So they're taking away 5k gold for level 11, 15k gold for level 12, and 25k gold for level 13. Now, if you do the math, that adds up to around 4,500 gold, or 45,000 gold. So you're saving about 45,000 gold for those levels, but obviously level 13 to 14 is to be 100k, so it's going to be very expensive. But for the lower levels, you do save gold. So that's nice. That's what I'm not complaining about. So same with the card material costs. The card material cost is basically the same. Minus 500 cards for commons, and minus 2 for level 12, level 11, level 12, or fucking yeah, and minus 200 gold, minus 200 cards for level 13, but upgrading level 14 that costs 5k. It goes to all that. So this is the big part where everyone that's maxed is really complaining. This right here. So they say that the lower prices of upgrades will only apply to cards you haven't upgraded yet. In other words, players will not be reimbursed if they had already paid more in the past. Now what that means is basically you're not going to get the extra cards and gold that you paid for in the past. So say, for example, we have a level 13 card, but this update drops. And, you know, they had all this new stuff where they cut down the cost for previous gold and cards. You're not getting 45k gold, and you're not getting for, compensation for spending extra, and you're not getting 25k, no, 2,500 cards. You're not getting that. You're going to be stuck at 0 immediately. And the simple fix is give us what we paid for extra. So if you spent more cards, put that towards level 14. If you spent more gold, give us the gold extra we spent back. I feel like if they just did that, people would have a lot easier of a time swallowing this pill down, because max players are essentially being forced to redo every single card that they have maxed now from level 12 to 13 all over again. And that is what people are pissed about. That is what people are really pissed about. If they just simply gave us like what we paid for extra back, people would be fine. I'm at least 90% sure people would be fine with this update. But they're not. They're not doing that. And the Discord and I think Reddit, I haven't checked Reddit. I don't really browse Reddit very much. The Discord is going complete apeshit crazy over it, and I'm pretty certain Reddit is going apeshit crazy. Every single person who has a max deck currently right now is very mad because they're not getting their extra cards and gold they spent back. They're not getting that back. So it basically all just went to waste, and that's why people are mad. If they just give the players that back, I'm pretty certain people would be a lot more chill with this update. People would be a lot more chill with this move that Supercell is making. Because now, say for a fucking legendary, if you have it maxed out level 13, well, you now gotta pay another 100k, and you gotta get 20 more legendaries. 20 more legendaries if you have it maxed now. So my Ice Wiz and my log, that's level 13 right now, I have to get 20 more legendaries for those each, and I have to get 100k gold each for those. Now, you might be saying, oh, well, it's just one card level. Sometimes all it takes is one card level to make the difference between winning and losing. It's like for Expo, for example, if they have a level 13 rocket, and you have a level 14 rocket, if you have a level 13 Expo and they have a level 14 rocket, it's going to kill the Expo immediately. Meanwhile, if it was on equal level, the Expo would still be alive for just a tiny bit, just a little bit, to get a bit of damage down. But still, it's something. And it changes interactions. Just one level is enough to change interactions. That's what I'm trying to say. And people are pissed because now they gotta re-upgrade their level 13 cards to level 14 if they want to stay competitive in high ladder especially. And past Royale users are going to have a blast of this update. They're going to have a real fucking blast, because if you're free to play like me, if you're completely free to play, you're kind of fucked. Like, you're just kind of fucked, because now you're going to be at a disadvantage, while past Royale users are going to be at a very clear advantage in this update. I mean, they would still be at an advantage if, you got compensation, but it wouldn't be as bad as it's going to be if you don't get compensation. But yeah, that's all I have to say. That's mainly the only reason why people are pissed off at this update, or at the information that they're given. And part of me feels like Supercell is going to change that because of just how much backlash they got from this. They're getting a lot of backlash. Literally, almost no one likes this. It's bad. It's really bad. And they they've shown in the past, if they get enough pressure, they will crack most of the time. Not for the fucking balance changes. Oh no, we still have 3 months for those. That's honestly, in my personal opinion, that's pretty stupid. But that's a different topic for a different video. Anyways, that's all I really had to say. I just wanted to bring this up because it's a pretty big deal that they're not doing this for max level players. Max level players are getting shafted, while under level players aren't really getting that shafted. In fact, I'd say that it's actually a really good update for under level players, but for over level players that are maxed out, this is not a good update, which is ironic actually, because they made this update specifically for, well, they're making this. It hasn't been released yet fully, so who knows? This is all subject to change, but I find this really ironic because they made this update, or they're making this update, more or less for the max players, the players that are like have their cards maxed out and stuff. So yeah, dirty gemmers and past Royale players are really gonna shine this update. That's basically the takeaway I have. Anyways, that's all I have to really say for this video. This is a little rant video I wanted to make because this update's very controversial for max players. So, yeah, that's all I have to say.